In April 2010, 8 men arrived at a New Delhi hospital with baffling, severe injuries. Something was tearing apart their tissue at a microscopic level. The doctors at the All India Institute of Medical Sciences quickly identified the damage as acute radiation sickness. Within days, one of the men would succumb to multi-organ failure. Retracing the victim's movements revealed a single common denominator. All 8 men worked in the same neighborhood in West Delhi. Because there were no reports of reactor failures or nuclear accidents, an active, lethal source of radiation was now hiding somewhere within a dense civilian population. The investigation centered on Mayapuri, India's largest hub for used automotive and industrial spare parts. The district is a grid of workshops where laborers manually dismantle heavy machinery and industrial salvage, often working without any protective equipment. Authorities were tasked with finding a highly radioactive object that was invisible to the eye, hidden somewhere within a sprawling landscape of identical scrap metal. The sheer density of this unregulated metal trade provided the perfect camouflage for a radioactive threat to blend in and spread rapidly through the community. Police cordoned off the market while teams from the Atomic Energy Regulatory Board, or AERB, began a systematic grid search for the radiation signature. AERB detectors found a single hotspot that fractured into 11 fragments of cobalt-60. 8 remained in the main yard, 2 migrated next door, and the most potent fragment was traced to a scrap dealer's wallet. The source's fragmentation turned a localized hazard into a mobile network, capable of hitching a ride in a pocket and spreading far beyond the scrapyard. The forensic trail leads 2 months back to the chemistry department of Delhi University. The university owned this AECL Gamma-Cell 220 research irradiator since 1968. Unused for 25 years, it was negligently auctioned as scrap. When the machine arrived in Mayapuri, workers lacking nuclear knowledge dismantled it for its metal weight, breaching the heavily shielded inner chamber. Laborers manually cut the inner cobalt-60 source into 11 pieces, destroying its final protective casing and releasing the radiation. This disaster was a catastrophic failure of institutional memory, passing a lethal regulated burden into the hands of people who were completely uninformed. By mid-April, the AERB successfully recovered all 11 fragments, accounting for all the radioactive material originally housed in the device. The recovered cobalt-60 was transported to the Narora Atomic Power Station to be kept under the secure custody of the Department of Atomic Energy. Following the recovery, Delhi police charged 6 chemistry professors from the university with the negligent disposal of the device. Individuals were punished and the material was isolated, but the event exposed a significant flaw in the global recycling pipeline. In the nuclear industry, these are known as orphan sources, highly radioactive materials that have fallen outside of regulatory control. While scrapyards in the US and Europe often utilize automated radiation detectors, many global hubs like Mayapuri process discarded technology without any friction or scanning. Mayapuri is one of thousands of identical hubs processing the world's waste without oversight for these invisible threats. As long as global recycling operates with a blind spot for radiation, our discarded technology remains a ticking time bomb hidden in the scrap.